I'm Jean Kohlenstein. My husband, Larry, and I came to Salem in 1964, just a short time after we were married. And we lived about 2 blocks away from Salem Church, so we could walk to church. So we walked to Salem, and the very first day we were there, more than one person came up and said, "Oh, are you new? Is this your first time here? Do you live close by?" And of course, we said yes to all of those things. And I think this is one of the things that Salem does very well. I think they did it well then, and I think they do it well today. They're very mindful and very intentional about seeking out new members and making them feel part of the community. I think we do a good job of trying to help new members find a place where they feel comfortable. We have a wonderful choir. Mary Miller is our choir director, and she is a spectacular musician. So the music program is very important here. We have a Salem Players group that presents dramas and musicals, and some people are very interested in that. I think Salem is a very accepting church. I think it accepts people where they are in their faith journey. We don't try to enforce doctrine on people. We listen to what they have to say, and we respond to it. And I think that's one thing that I truly appreciate. When we first came to Salem, we didn't have children, but all 3 of our children were born while we've been members of Salem, and they were all baptized here. It's been a great place for children. There was a junior choir. There still is. I think it's called St. David's Choir now. And all 3 of our children participated in Sunday school, junior choir, walks for hunger, retreats. I think Salem goes out of its way to encourage young people. Larry and I have been very involved. Larry spends a lot of time taking pictures of new members and pictures of people having their babies baptized here at Salem. And then he makes sure to give those pictures to those people. And it's very much appreciated. Some people consider me the poet laureate of Salem. I won't read or say any of my poems today, but Salem has been wonderful with putting up with my poetry as well as encouraging it. And that has been a true joy for me. It's been a growth that's been encouraged in me here at Salem. For a while 11 years actually, I was a parish assistant for evangelism here. And that gave me a chance to do some children's sermons. And recently I had a chance to sort of put them all together, and I realized over the 11 years I had done over 100 of them. And I really appreciated that time with the children. I had taught Sunday school for quite a number of years before I did that. I've started a group called the Salem Stitchcrafters. That's been going for about 17 years, and it's a very accepting, caring group of people knitting and crocheting for charity, as well as our marketplace that we have the first Saturday in November, and we've been doing that for a long time. We have a bell choir that people enjoy being in. I stayed in the bell choir for about 5 years till the music got a little too complicated for me, so I left it to the real musicians. I don't know what else I would like to say, except that I just feel that Salem gives us an opportunity for outreach. We've had 4 refugee families that we've sponsored, and those have been wonderful experiences. We create meals for the cold weather shelter, and I just can't say enough about all of the ways that people at Salem respond to each other. I really think that the pastors are wonderful teachers, wonderful examples of how Christians should live. And I think that's what I feel as part of my faith journey, is trying to live the way Christ taught us to live. And I think that's what Salem does extremely well here. The pastors are good, and the people care about each other and work to make our programs very successful. When I was parish assistant, Ed Whetstone, the pastor, and I talked about having a marketplace, but having the funds go toward outreach. And we choose 3 different charities each year. So none of the money stays here at Salem. It all goes to an international, a national, and a local charity in the area. Not even always in the area. The last one we did, the International Malaria Fund was the target. We've helped with the Catonsville Food Ministry. We've helped with Meals on Wheels. Those are just a few. I mean, it's been going now for probably, I don't know, at least 15 years, I guess. I guess one other thing that I surely should have mentioned is Salem's support when people have illnesses or are experiencing extraordinary difficulties. And this year has been one of those years for me. And there has not been a day in almost the whole year where a card or a letter or a phone call doesn't come to me. I actually thought about bringing the box of cards, which I've saved, and the box of cards is about this big, and I was going to thinking about being very dramatic and just dumping all these cards and showing the overwhelming support that I have gotten. I guess the other thing I wanted to say, I know that if I have a problem in my life, I can come to Salem and there will be somebody that I can talk to and say, this is what's happening in my life, and it's really hard for me. And they will listen. Linda Bell is an especially good person at doing that. Linda Bell is one of our parish nurses. But it's not just Linda Bell. Our whole Stitchcrafter group is a group of enormous support. Some people don't even come to knit and crochet at Stitchcrafters. They just come to be with people and be part of the fellowship of the group. And all kinds of problems are discussed as we knit. And we probably make more mistakes knitting here and have to go home and fix it, but we've fixed somebody's problem or helped somebody try to fix a problem. When people are out of work, people will go out of their way to try to put them in touch with a contact person or a doctor that they might need, or, as I said before, just listening. So that's an important part of what Salem is. I just think Salem has been a wonderful place for our family. And I guess after being married almost 50 years, which will be in July actually, I can look back and see what an influence Salem had on our lives and our children's lives. And our lives are better because we've been here, and I hope other people's lives are better because we've been here. And I look at my 3 children, and even though they are not part of Salem at this point, they're all married with their own children. They all turned out to be significant human beings who are raising other significant human beings. And I think Salem is a large part of that, and I thank Salem for that.